Up podcast. I am your co-host, LaToya Dixon.
And I'm your co-host, Tiffany Wilson.
All right, y'all know a little bit about us. I'm a brand specialist, marketing specialist.
I'm an enroll agent, and also I help a lot of business owners with their businesses.
She makes small businesses
great again.
As y'all can tell, we got somebody sitting in between us today.
Right.
This is our buddy, our friend, our confidant. This is the Prince of Accounting, y'all.
All right.
All right. We want to welcome to our podcast today our dear friend, our partner in collaboration in business, Tiffany's business partner. This is DeVaughn Jiles. So, DeVaughn.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We all right. We're going to answer for them. We all right?
Right.
Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your education, your history, how you got to where you are today.
Okay, good deal. My name is DeVaughn Jiles, of course. I am an accountant. I am the business partner for Miss Tiffany Wilson. Tiffany Y.
Oh, Lord. The whole government name.
Put it on out there.
And graduated from Tuskegee University with a bachelor's degree in accounting. Moved to Atlanta in 2002 with, at that time, it wasn't my wife, but my lady at the time. She's my wife now.
And shout out to Nat.
Shout out to Nat. And Tiffany came to me in 2004.
Right.
And she said, hey, I know you've been working at Jackson Hewitt. And I know you're cutting hair, because I was a barber at the time.
All right.
Okay.
And she said, well, hey, let's start this business.
Right.
And I thought about it, and I said, wow, maybe we can start a business. So we started the business. We've been in business now for, I want to say this is our 21st, we're going into in January, we'll be going into our 22nd tax season.
All right.
And it's been great. It's been a great ride. Tiffany and Toya are both very reliable. They uphold me in the best way.
Sandwich.
And it's been a great ride. It's been fun.
All right.
We've grown. We started out, I remember our first year we had 30 clients.
Yeah.
And now we have over 700 clients.
What a blessing.
Yes,
All
indeed. And so that's, just a short, I guess, history of who I am and where I started and where we are now.
All right.
All right. So we got DeVaughn here for a very special episode with us. You heard him say that he worked at Jackson Hewitt, that he was a barber. So this episode is all about what, Tiffany?
Career transitions, rebranding yourself, and just starting over like in the public. So it's serious because a lot of people do this.
Yeah. I mean, we all started out working at somebody's job before we all became entrepreneurs. So we got the Prince of Accounting here talking about the price of pivoting. How to reinvent. Reinventing isn't free. So we're going to focus on how to reinvent yourself, how to step out of your job as an entrepreneur, and how to keep going. And then once you get there, when you have some stumbling blocks, we all experience COVID and a lot of different things. Sometimes we have to step out of our entrepreneurial role back into a career. So we're going to touch on all of those things on this episode. And we got our guy here, DeVaughn, here to just, tap in, talk about it. He's been here. He's been through this journey as well. And we thought that this was a perfect opportunity to bring him in on this wonderful topic for you entrepreneurs out there who are out here maybe struggling, might be thinking about going back to work, or those who are leaving work. Okay? So let's go. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
So, Tiffany, what you got for DeVaughn?
So, DeVaughn, when you switched over to doing, you've done this twice, actually.
Yes.
Because you were cutting hair, and then we decided to branch out and do our accounting firm together.
Yes.
And then you were also working still, because you was working for the county, all of that stuff. I just thought about that.
Yes.
So he was like a Jamaican around here working all these jobs. You know what I mean? Like he had jobs and stuff like that.
Hey man, I had these kids. Man. Had a lot of kids, man.
You're wrong. You're wrong. Yeah, they gotta eat. The kids gotta eat.
Kids gotta eat. Baby
kids
gotta eat.
Right.
Yes.
So were you scared?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But scared in a sense of I may not possibly be able to provide for my family. Because I've always, in my grown years, I guess I'll say, I've always had kids. My son is 29, so I started having kids when I was 18.
Right.
So I've always had responsibility.
Absolutely.
So in the back of my mind, I was always somewhat afraid. And a lot of that fear sometimes comes from what you may think others may say. Because I did have a degree in accounting.
Right.
But instead of graduating Tuskegee and going into the workforce, I graduated Tuskegee, went into the workforce. This was around 9/11. In 2001, the world went flip upside down.
Absolutely.
And nobody was working. So I had to use a skill that I learned years before to take care of my family. So that was, one transition. And then from that transition, it was time, I got married, I had another kid and then another kid. And it was like, oh, bro, it's time to get some stability.
Absolutely.
Right? So with the help of a friend, I ended up getting a job at Fulton County government.
Right.
So trying to cut hair, work at Jackson Hewitt, and trying to move into a accounting career, it was definitely a scary moment. Yeah, definitely a scary moment.
So in that aspect of trying to make all those moves and trying to be strategic as a family man, as a husband, as a family man, probably as someone that a lot of people depend on in your family. So I know y'all history, so I'm gonna kind of take it back and then I want to come to the point that you were just talking about. So when you guys got out of college and decided that, hey, we're gonna start this business, I know Tiffany was a chemistry major, but she had just been in, accounting was in her family because of her dad.
Right.
And so, she got that bug and she got bit by the accounting bug and you guys decided to start. You guys started not under Check and Balance Firm. That is not the first name.
No,
of
it's
the
not.
business.
It sure isn't.
That is the second name of the business with some rebranding. But when you guys started out, you guys also took a break from doing accounting. So I want to know, as a family man and then Tiffany as an entrepreneur or an accountant, that was not your first journey of career.
Absolutely.
When you guys decided to take a break from the first accounting business that you guys had, coming back to the public and saying we're back, how was that for you guys?
That's a great question.
That is.
Yeah, that's a great question.
That is.
So we started out as Giles Wilson Tax
Services and Consultation.
Yep. I was one of the first clients.
Yeah.
You're right.
Definitely.
Right.
So that was 2004. We functioned under that entity for some time. And we started realizing, because Tiff worked with Dad a lot back then. And Tiffany was like, okay, I really like this business side of things.
Right.
I really like doing the sales tax and the payroll and, the actual accounting side of it. So I think, and lo and behold, this is where the money at.
But before that, remember, we were just doing the taxes, but remember, I wasn't doing them. Remember, you did them first.
Yeah.
Because remember, I kind of was like, hold on, let me take a step back.
Yes.
Let me get a
Yes.
lot of training under my belt
Yes.
before I jump out there.
Yes.
So I was like his admin.
Yeah. Tiff was the admin.
Yep, I was the
Yeah.
admin. He was cutting hair. I'm making copies. I'm delivering stuff to
Yeah.
clients. And
This was in the paper age stage
Right.
of the world.
right.
We were still dealing with paper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we was taking classes with my dad.
Yeah.
And then my dad was like, he didn't take us serious at all.
He did.
Yeah.
He
Tiff
was
laughed
like,
the whole time.
yeah.
So
He thought we was a joke.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Look,
So he thought we was a joke, and he was just like, y'all two doing a business? Like, come on, man, this is not real, you know?
Exactly.
But yeah, so yeah. And then,
Yeah.
like you said, then we pivoted to the accounting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the business side of it.
And
Yeah.
I was more focused on the tax clients.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
So me and Tiff was like, well, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to focus here
Mm-hmm.
and you focus there.
Right.
And so I think I started another entity.
You
It
did.
was called Jiles and Company.
Consultation.
Yeah, and it was called Jiles and Company, I think.
That's right,
Yeah.
Jiles and Company.
And
That's
then
it. Yeah.
I can't quite remember the name of your entity at the
It's-
time.
It's the same name that we got now.
Okay,
Check and
okay.
balance firm.
So
Yep.
so we
Yeah.
functioned like that for maybe
Just 5 years.
about
5 years. Before we decided to say, get rid of
Yeah.
all of that and let's just stick with this one name.
Get back together.
Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. And then,
Yeah.
but I really think Tiffany could foresee
Mm-hmm.
the fact that Dad's health was declining,
Yeah.
and she said, I remember her telling me, because she called me to the office. She said we need to have a meeting. This was around Christmas time, 2017.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she
It
said,
sure was,
yeah,
2017.
Yeah,
Yep.
we need
Sure
to have a
was.
meeting.
Yeah.
You know, I think we could take over the world. So
I don't know about that, but you know what I mean?
That doesn't sound like
Don't sound like my words. That's more DeVaughn words.
Tiffany was like, hey, dog.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
yeah. So she was
Right,
So
right.
we talked, we hashed it out, we figured it out, and we was like, hey.
And then you forget, I became a flight attendant during that time.
Tiffany said,
Yeah.
we know DeVaughn is our guest, but I'm gonna interview them today because
Right,
they
right.
have, rebranded. They came together. They kind
Oh
of
my
broke
God.
apart, not in any friction type of
No,
way.
no
but
kind of
because
way.
By no
They wanted to
means.
specialize
By no
in certain
means.
areas. And then
Right.
saw that there was a need for them to come back together. So,
Exactly.
and when we think about career transitions
Mm-hmm.
and making a pivot, like you said, you started off barbering,
Yes.
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
Because
Right.
it was 2001. We all graduated from college.
Absolutely.
In 2001.
Absolutely.
My big dream was to go to New York and do marketing and branding in New York, and then come back home and be a powerhouse. But
Right.
that wasn't the option.
That wasn't it.
So, Tiffany, you've had a number of things
Have
that
I?
I was trying to kind of make it nice, but Tiffany done had a lot of jobs.
A lot of hobbies, as my mother called it.
Yes, but things,
Dad used to call it that too.
Yeah.
Hobbies.
things that have taken her away from accounting somewhat,
Mhm.
not all the way. She's always had her hand on
Right.
accounting. But talk about your journey and your aspect of transitioning and kind of leaving and having a select few of
Yeah.
new clients and then having to come back publicly. How did that work for you?
That was hard too.
Okay.
Because I also, oh Lord, I forgot about that. I did pharmacy too for a little while. And then, but that was, that went and came. And then when I did the flight attendant job, and when I had to literally leave, they wanted me to pack up and leave and go to DC for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And that was hard because I had to figure out, wow, I have a business and it's thriving.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one or two choices here. You either leave, possibly you may lose some clients and you may not. But if you lose them, you just gonna have to take the hit. And that's what I did.
Okay.
And at that time, I lost probably 25 clients.
Okay.
But I felt like it made me stronger because even working in the flight industry, I gained 25 more.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
So
I
you
lost
were able to-
25 and I gained them, probably gained more than the 25 because I had the flight attendants, the pilots and stuff like that as my clients.
Okay.
Or just people that they knew They'll say, hey, I want you to do my sister taxes or my brother or my mom, or something like that. So it was a hit. I ain't gonna lie, it was a hit because I had to actually communicate with my clients like while I was on the road, like when I had layovers, I had to do certain things like payroll. I was mailing them stuff, shipping them things. I didn't even think I was gonna survive because I was losing weight. I was like, this is scary. Yeah.
And I've been a part of your journey personally, Tiffany, but DeVaughn, in your journey,
yes, ma'am.
When it came to Barbara was taking care of the bills,
yes,
right, and then you were part-time at Jackson Hewitt,
yes,
right,
and then full-time with the county.
Yes.
Did you do all of that in one stint?
I did.
Okay, wow.
You sure did. He sure did.
I did. Yeah. So, and just to kind of, I guess, put a timeline to it, we moved here July 2002.
Okay.
I cut hair full time in a barbershop from July 2002 full time until April of 2005.
Okay.
And in the midst of that, every tax season, I would go work with Jackson Hewitt. So 2003, 2004, 2005.
Okay.
All right.
And 2006. I landed a job with Fulton County April of 2005, and I still barbered part-time. Tiffany and I had the business.
Right.
And then the next year, 2006, I still did the barbering part-time.
Right.
Tiffany and I ran the business. I worked full-time at Fulton County. And in the evening, I would go to Jackson Hewitt and work in the evening time.
Wow.
And with the nudge of Tiffany, I went back to grad school.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, so
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We all talk about as entrepreneurs that we have a lot of things on our plates.
Yes.
You got a bowl, you got a serving tray.
Yeah.
You want just a plate.
Yeah, I'll walk around like this.
So in that, and I just want to make sure I get my line of question right for you. So in juggling all of that, you end up stop doing barbering, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you did have to stop. I forgot about that.
And Jackson Hewitt kind of slowed down for you too.
It did, yes.
And then you decided that you were going to leave your county job and do entrepreneurship.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
With Tiffany full time.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell the people who are entrepreneurs who still work a full-time job, got all these things on their plate, they got a family.
All right.
They're maintaining their relationship with their spouse.
All right.
Talk about that journey of having to transition and fully count on the entrepreneurship dream to support your family.
Oh, look, we both were scared.
Yeah. But see, DeVaughn got a little different situation than we do. He has children.
That's true.
Has children in college that he's supporting and things like that. So talk about, that's a transition that some people are scared to make.
Yes.
Talk about how you were able to make that transition from corporate America and all the hustles to doing accounting full time.
Yes. So looking back at it, right? And this is being totally honest and totally transparent. Looking back at it all, I just did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't. I mean, Tiffany and I tried to plan on my transition to check
I remember
and balance.
That call though. I was like this. Are you sure?
To check and balance firm, like we tried to plan and we put things in place. But at the end of the day, I think it was one of those things. It was like, I'm just gonna jump in.
You did.
Yeah.
You actually did.
It's almost like when we were kids, they said the best way to learn how to swim is just throw the child in the water.
Right. Because that was like in 19 when we did it. Yeah, that was 19.
So that, to answer your question, I just jumped in.
Okay.
Right.
I don't advise people to just jump in.
That was gonna be my
Right.
Yeah.
Thinking back and looking back at it.
Yeah.
What advice? We're not gonna give tips just yet. We kind of give tips toward the end of the episode. But what advice would you give an entrepreneur with a family?
Oh yeah.
That's wanting, like, they're loving what they do. They're passionate about what they're doing. It's bringing in money. Right?
Correct.
It's not just, hey, I'm gonna leave my job and just jump into this entrepreneurial dream that's not making any money, but it's making money. It's bringing in revenue for you. What advice would you give me? You didn't have a plan, but thinking back, what would you tell your younger self moving forward?
What would I tell my younger self?
Yes.
Wow. That's a difficult question.
Okay.
And I say that because I'm one of, and Tiffany will tell you this about me, I'm one of no regret.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like, and I think I just texted this to my kids the other day in our group text, but live life with no regret.
Okay.
Right? And that's how I kind of live my life. So I don't think I would have really told my younger self anything different because it's a journey.
It is.
At the end of the day. And you want to go through these journeys to experience. So I guess you can tell a younger person what to do. Okay. Now, if with that being said, I would probably tell a younger person, and it's not that I didn't do any of these things, right?
Right.
But if you have a spouse, make sure you sit the family down and have a conversation.
Absolutely.
That's first and foremost.
Right.
Wife, kids, everybody, hey, this is what's happening.
Right.
It's gonna be a little tight. I may be a little agitated.
Right. Right.
The garage might not open because the lights off.
I can't. I'm done.
It's some possibilities out there, right?
Right.
That's true.
But
it's real.
Yeah.
No, it's real.
But
it's
but
real
the
life.
number one thing is to have that conversation with your immediate family, meaning your household.
Right.
Right. Number two, I probably would say you may want to be sure you have a nest egg of some sort.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
So when I left Fulton County, I had a piece of money that was, a retirement account.
Yeah.
Right? So I utilized that
Absolutely.
as my nest egg to kind of get it to where, okay, the business hadn't quite caught up with what I was making before just yet, but it was on its way.
Okay.
Right.
And so that's number two. Number three, I would say that it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of late nights. It's a lot of early mornings. It's you probably gonna need some therapy.
Yes. Yes.
Highly recommend.
Highly recommend.
Make sure you have someone you could talk to, whether it's a friend, a family member, or if you really need to go sit on somebody's couch.
Absolutely.
But yeah, those are my three things, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Talking to your family, making sure you have something in place in terms of financial, and just understanding that it's going to be a lot of hard work in the beginning. Yes.
So those were DeVaughn tips. We got the 3 tips in. It's all good. Tiffany, what advice would you give either your younger self or another entrepreneur who is, hustling, trying different things, but has a passion.
Right.
And maybe the passion hasn't caught up with the income. And so they need to kind of step away from their passion. My advice is talking about coming back to your passion. Because that's what you did. You kind of took a step away.
Yeah.
And you came back.
Then I came back. And, of course, I did it a little different from DeVaughn and I think that kind of helped him as well because I was kind of like talking to my dad about it, and then he knew I wanted to, eventually do it full time. So I had to plan. So he would tell me, okay, I need you to have at least about 10 major clients that's going to bring in the revenue to sustain you while you're trying to do this full time. And then also he helped me by, like, he was like my main contract. He was like the number one, like he was a customer.
Yeah.
Because I had to do things for him. So that helped. So I just tell people just mainly just plan and stuff, and always have a nest egg. Like put some money to the side. It don't have to be a whole lot, but just put something to the side, and then just map it out. Cause I'm a planner anyway. Cause that's just me. Anything I do, it's gonna have to be planned. Like I will jump out with some things, but when it came to this, I was like, Cause like when I got that call from DeVaughn, I was like, you sure? I was like, so you're done with your job. You like walked off? Because he called me with so much excitement. He was like, I'm done, Tiffany. I was like, I think I was out of town visiting you. And I said, Toya, DeVaughn left his job.
I said, I'm like, well, what y'all gonna do?
And I said, I don't know, but you know what I did tell him? I said, I gotta back him up.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I said. I said, I got his back, regardless of what. I said, I don't know how it's gonna be, but we gonna make it happen.
Yeah, Tiff definitely had my back.
Look, I was like this, we ain't got no choice, because he left his job, dog. I was like.
She rubbed me on my back when I cried.
I said, my dog left his job. I was like this.
She was like, oh, but it's gonna be all right.
But you know,
one
thing, and DeVaughn can vouch for this. One thing I've always said when he said something when he said, talk to your spouse. I remember the first time we started our business, guys used to be like, so what does your spouse think about this? It was even before him and that was even a union.
Yeah, we weren't even married at the time.
And I said, no, this is a group decision. I said, what she think about this? Because I'm like, we starting to, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, we starting a business together, dog. Like, this
Which is a marriage in itself.
Exactly. Right.
Which is a marriage in
itself. So,
you
know, we had to communicate with each other, and I was so about, how does Natalie feel about this? Because I'm like, this is serious. Like, this affects her household too. Right.
Absolutely.
So I was like, no.
This could stress him out.
Exactly.
This is a huge transition and a huge pivot from having that
Absolutely.
support.
Right.
That 401k, the health plan,
Absolutely.
all of these things that you get when you work a full-time job and you're a salary for someone else.
And what you just said is a serious thing. I forgot about that. The health insurance is the key.
Absolutely.
If you don't have health insurance with this, you got to make sure you have a plan, health insurance, and make sure your receivables are on point.
Right.
So guess what? I'm sorry, but that was our main conversation.
Right. That was our main conversation.
Insurance. Because again, I have a family of 6.
Exactly.
So I had to make sure that we had health insurance.
Exactly.
So we had to all transition to my wife's health insurance.
Exactly.
And that was a conversation that Tiffany
and I had.
Like, what
health
are you gonna do about health insurance?
Yeah.
And then Tiffany made me get life insurance.
Absolutely.
Oh,
that's super important.
Yeah. I was like, bro.
Matter of fact, she called the people for me like, hey, this boy needs some life insurance. Can we get him set up? Sign, hey boy, sign right here.
But no, insurance is always the downfall, because I remember just like going through the entrepreneurship with my dad. Man, it was just me and him. That's why I was always on his health plan. Like, he got it. The most expensive it got up to was like, I want to say it was like $1,300 a month for 2 people. 2 people.
That's a lot.
And it was a good plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, and I kept saying to my dad, like, you sure you can do this? He like, yeah, I got it. But even if he didn't, I wouldn't have never known.
Yeah, but your dad was the planner of all planners.
Yeah.
Had the nest egg to the backup nest egg to the backup emergency of the emergency.
When I say it scared me, because I'm looking like, this ain't normal. You know what I mean? Like paying $1,300 for insurance,
Dad had the gas card, the food card, the grocery card.
See, we talked about this in another episode. I told y'all this is real.
I was like, oh my goodness. Like, he said, oh yeah, just take the
food card.
Take the food card. Like, wow.
Right.
But that's a great plan. Like, if you're in a position where you're trying to budget and maintain your money, like, have a card just for this, a card just for that.
Remember, we talked about that the last episode. So, we talked about that. Yeah.
DeVaughn talked about, talking to your family, letting them know what's going on. Even if you're Tiffany and I are single, so we don't have a spouse to talk to. However, we do
Right.
have family.
Exactly.
You know, and sometimes you need that support of your family.
Absolutely.
As you're
Indeed.
transitioning or as you're pivoting, or if you have to step away from your business and then come back. You know, in my journey as an entrepreneur, I had a business partner before.
Yeah.
And my business partner decided that they wanted to get out of the business.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And in that, you know, financially, there was a financial obligation to,
Yeah.
you know, getting out of the business, all types of things that were going on. But it was like a divorce.
It is.
Mm.
You know, you guys are in a partnership.
Right.
So, you know, if ever y'all break up,
Right.
you know, you guys have taken a step and went on your own journeys, but y'all haven't broken up and said, okay, I'm done with you, you done with me, we done with all of this, period.
Right.
For me, it was, hey, we're done with this all the way. And then this whole business landed on my shoulders. And I had to make a lot of decisions on how am I going to pivot this business so that the business still operates.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
Making very big decisions about, you know, having staff, to keep the staff, to lose the staff, to keep stores, to close stores, and all of those things. To one point, I was just like, I don't want to be an entrepreneur no more.
It'll make you like that.
I'm done with all of this.
But it will.
Yeah,
it'll make you like that.
I'm gonna go get a job, and that is how my collegiate teaching came along. You know, and then I got the bug again for entrepreneurship and decided to come back. But having to close down a business that was making millions of dollars, and,
man,
you know,
that was tough.
Multiple locations,
that was tough.
And all of that, and walk away from that to turn around and try to start something new. That was a journey in itself.
It is.
That was I'm blind.
It's heartbreaking.
Walking down this
it's
road
heartbreaking more than anything.
Being faithful to what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And just trying to keep going. So, you know, we all have had our journeys. We've all had our pivots in business, whether it's pivoting career, pivoting the business itself, and trying to reinvent that business. So I want to talk about reinventing the business.
Okay.
Because we have people out here that, you know, our subscribers and people that listen to us and people that we know and work with on a daily basis.
That's true.
Have to pivot their business and reinvent their business. I want y'all to give me some tips to people who are on the brink of needing to reinvent. Well, I'm going to do this. DeVaughn, I want you to give me 3 tips on a person who should be reinventing. And should be pivoting. Right. And then Tiffany, I want you to give me tips on the person who has reinvented and not sure how to pivot. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go with DeVaughn first and then Tiffany.
That's fine.
First of all, call Toya.
Call me, y'all.
Call Toya.
Yeah, call Toya. Yeah, she's the one. She's the
go rebranding.
Yep, she's
marketing queen.
I had to do it for myself.
Yeah.
Right. She's the go, baby.
That's tip number 1. If you're in a situation if you're in a situation where you're having to possibly rebrand and recreate, so you have to really think about your goal, your end goal, number
That's
1,
true.
right?
Yeah.
And then once you figure out that end goal, then you take care of all the objectives to get you there.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
Whether it's a new website, a new logo,
right?
Maybe something dealing with social media. Create a podcast.
That's true too.
You know, there's several things you can, little objectives you can do to get to that one goal. But again, it's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be hard work. And it's gonna be long hours.
Okay. Anything else before we go to Tiffany? Okay. Tiffany.
No, ma'am.
So they've already reinvented. So they've done all the steps that DeVaughn has given them.
They rebranded.
They got, new logo, all of these things. They ready.
They just ready.
They ready.
Okay.
But it's still not moving in the direction that they want to move.
I think I see that a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk about
because we have a lot of clients that I think I see that with different industries. You know, they may rebrand. They may change the type of service that they're doing and stuff like that. They may even change the location. But sometimes I tell them, hold on, just don't move too fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've rebranded. You've just rebranded. So don't go, like, if you was in a building that might have been, the rent might have been too much, and then you need to move down, downsize to a smaller rent building. Like, don't go out there. Just maybe you need to bring it home or something for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's okay.
Build up something.
Yeah, build up. Because I've seen people do that, and then I'm looking at them like, you're about to crash and burn, and they just be ready. They be so amped. And I'm like, no, calm down.
I think the alternative to a pivot
is what?
Pass the ball.
Yes.
That's good.
It's like basketball.
Yeah, pass the ball.
When you think about basketball, because the word pivot, you think about
you're right.
you pivoting with the ball on the one foot.
That's a good analogy.
Right?
Yep.
Sometimes you gotta be Magic Johnson and just pass
the ball, and it's okay.
Yeah, and it's okay.
It's okay.
You have to be okay with passing it on, selling it, exiting out of it.
Right.
Especially if, one, you may not be mentally engaged with it anymore.
Absolutely.
And two, you might need to transition back into a full-time position and kind of regroup and start over. And I think a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we're so scared to let that business go.
Yes.
We're so scared. We're so scared what people gonna think, what people gonna say. Who cares, y'all? This is your journey. And you can start the journey over as many times as you want to, reset as many times as you feel necessary, until you get it right. Because most of the billionaires in our world who have these $1 billion revenue making businesses, this was not their first idea.
That's true. Yeah.
This was not Jeff Bezos' first idea.
No.
It might have always been called Amazon, but Amazon was selling books.
Right.
Yes.
And that was it.
That's true. It was. Yeah.
But look at Amazon now.
He didn't have warehouses and trucks.
Like, and they require so many other businesses.
Absolutely.
That serve what we need. But don't be afraid to step away from your business. Like, it may be time. You just need to take a step back. You might need to regroup. You might need to pass the ball. You might need to bring somebody else in. You might need to bring somebody else in and just be able to see something different, a different way of operating.
Yeah, something new.
And be able to be okay with that.
Right. And I'm the queen of that. Yeah. I'm the queen of, like, let's pivot.
Yeah. Let's try something new.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I have a new program. You want to try it?
Oh, we done been on that road before.
Yeah. 6 months later. I don't like that program.
I don't like this program.
I decided we're just going to stay where we at.
Oh, Lord. I done got them calls and the text message. I'm like, huh? Wait a minute. Wait.
You were just gung-ho about the other one.
No, it was a tax program that I was, remember I had got, it was a tax program that I had got when I was a flight attendant, because I was like, I need one that's online in the cloud. And I was like, I know we're doing that one, but I think I'm gonna have to use that one. And then I was like, I don't like this one. But I didn't have a choice because they had to make it work because,
Tiffany is the queen of, I don't like this. I don't like this software. Yeah. I don't like this.
Oh my God.
But there's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah.
They're trying.
I've tried out a lot.
You're trying to grow. You're trying to accommodate clients. You're trying to do a lot of different things as an entrepreneur, whether you are service-based or you're product-based. Like my biggest, my strongest business, which was strong in revenue, but also my biggest failure was serving product.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And very heavy customer service.
Very.
So, it's in the aspect of having success in your business and needing to pivot and reinvent yourself. And it may not be reinventing your business, but reinventing yourself.
Yeah. That too. Yes, that too.
We all have had those journeys.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But DeVaughn, you're married. You've had to consult your wife and say, hey, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that.
Yeah.
I need your back. I need
That's
your
true.
full. I need your support.
Your
100%.
Yeah.
I do want to talk to that. I want to drill down on that because Tiffany and I can't give a perspective on
That's
that.
True.
Indeed.
And you said that you had to sit down with your family, but when it came to sit down with your wife,
right,
with your partner, this is my partner in life. This is what this is the thing that we said we're gonna do. We can do this thing forever. When it came down to sitting down with your wife and saying, "Hey, I'm about to step away from my job, and I'm about to really do this business full time." What was part of that conversation when it came to what type of support you needed from her?
So at the time, I asked her if it was okay that we're all on her insurance.
Okay.
That was one. That was number one.
Mm-hmm.
The other piece was, in my case, I wasn't so much worried about making the money because I had this just decent sized nest egg.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nest egg gone now, but
it's
I had
okay.
a nest egg. Yeah, I had one.
But you know what? At least you had it.
I had it.
You know what I mean?
At
least you had it.
Me to get where I'm at now. So
some people don't have it.
I told her, don't worry from a financial standpoint.
Right.
Because, hey, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the kind of wife where when I say I'm able to do something, she say, like, yeah, he got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was, I know everybody don't have that type of wife or that kind of wife.
Right.
But I guess that's where that conversation comes in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it was scary for both of us.
That's true.
It was difficult in the beginning because I found myself having to pull a lot from that nest egg.
Gotcha.
Because I hadn't built what I needed to build with Tiff just yet to get to where I needed to be.
Okay.
And that probably took about 19, 20, 21. That probably took about 3 years before our income or the income from the business added up to be what I was making, what I was making before.
All right.
Yeah.
Did that transition put stress on the relationship?
It didn't. Because I had the nest egg. Okay. I keep going back to this nest egg.
Let's say that the nest egg wasn't there.
Oh yeah, that's
that would have been
that
would have been hard.
Believe in the dream.
Yeah.
I got a dream.
Yeah.
I got a dream. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Get on this magic carpet.
Yeah.
Right. I know, right? I can't. I'm done.
But
I'm done.
All seriousness, you know, I think even without having a spouse or anything like that, I think that, you know, communication is key.
Absolutely.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Communication is key because as an entrepreneur, we have so many thoughts in our mind.
Do we?
We thinking we can't sleep at night. We be sleep. We might even
brain be moving.
But your brain is
constantly
moving on what's next. What should I be doing?
Right.
Am I doing this right? I suffer personally, and I said this, I will say this plenty of times throughout our podcast. I have suffered from imposter syndrome.
Oh,
when I'm like, okay, I'm doing all this. I see all these results with my clients.
Right.
But am I supposed to be in this room with these people?
Right.
Why are these people asking me for advice?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Right.
And not leading people the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you know, pivoting and trying to understand who you are and having the support and when you got to take a step out and just take a leap.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Pivoting is taking a leap. Like, like you said, I'm going to pass you the ball. Right. You hope that, hey, are you looking at me? I see your eyes.
Yeah. Are you going to catch it and we going to connect?
Catch the ball?
Right. We're going to catch the ball.
You know, right. You're going to let somebody else steal the ball.
Right.
Or what have you. But
that's true.
As we wrap up this episode, I do want to make sure that we all are going to go and give our advice to those who are pivoting. You know, what does the price of pivot and rebranding and reinventing look like to you personally? So we'll start with Tiffany, and then I'll close it out.
So to me personally, because I'm actually thinking about doing that like in the near future, like rebranding and stuff.
Is this for your business or you personally?
No, personally.
Okay.
Yeah, personally. Because for some reason I have been like, and I think I've talked about this before, I am like really like in love with this education, like educating people and stuff. So I would like to become a professor. And, you know.
Working on it.
Yep. And hopefully step back from the business a little bit. The business is always going to be here. But like you said, I want to pass the ball to some more people. We have a junior accountant as well on our staff. And then we have other people that help as well. So that's kind of like where I'm at. And that's going to really rebrand both the business and me personally in a way, because the business has never saw Tiffany not in it 100%. You know what I mean? So it's more going to be, I might be 25% or 30%. I don't know. We got to see.
President of the board. Sometimes president of the board take a step back and let another CEO come in.
Exactly. I've been trying to get DeVaughn to be the CEO for years, but he never wants to be the CEO.
She's been trying to get me to be the CEO for the last 15 years. I'm like, Tiff. At the time, I was working, so, it was like,
so it didn't make sense.
I was like, Tiff, I got too much going on. I got all these kids. I got the wife.
I can't. I cannot.
Like no, not saying it in a bad way. I'm just thinking like I got all of this, and then you talking about
CEO.
Yeah.
So, okay, before I get to you, because Tiffany says she want to do a transition.
Yeah, major. Yeah.
You're not at a full-time job.
Right.
The kids, almost all of them out the
they
house.
Grown.
They
them babies grown.
They almost. We got one more left. One more.
What's stopping you from stepping into that role?
I want to hear this.
Yeah, it's nothing stopping me, actually.
Okay.
And honestly, I am willing, but, well, there is no but. I am willing, right? But there's also some things that I want to do.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And
that's solid.
Yeah.
That's solid.
But it has nothing to, it has something to do with what we do. But it's not gonna hinder.
Okay.
It's gonna
That
add.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you the same question.
And I'll talk to y'all about that once we wrap
it up.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear.
Yeah. I got it planned out. Like,
okay.
We got a plan this time.
We got a plan. Okay, yes. The boy got a plan.
I don't plan nothing. I just jump out there.
He just jump out there, y'all. He jump out there.
DeVaughn getting wiser.
He's wiser these days.
In my old age. You don't see how they grow?
So I'm going to ask you the same question.
Yes.
Whether it's business-wise or personally, when you think about the price of pivot for yourself and reinventing and rebranding, and that may be what you want to talk to us after we're done with this, give us your take on that.
Pivoting and rebranding is necessary.
Absolutely.
You should always thrive to be better than your current self.
All right.
So with that, you're gonna have to rebrand. You're gonna have to, change and adapt. So it's always a pivot and a rebrand. I feel like.
Okay.
That's just me personally. Okay. And that's business and from a personal level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I gotta agree with y'all. Y'all both said it all. I don't have anything to necessarily add. I will say that this is my forte. Is trying to help pivot, rebrand, and start something.
Yes. That makes sense.
Personally, I'm always thinking about what's the next step.
Absolutely.
I'm 1 year completing this PhD program, about 3 more to go. I'm looking forward to the next pivot professionally. And that pivot is to grow the business.
Yes.
So that's what my take on it, So we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay, good deal.
You know what I'm saying? We almost in the hour. We had to get DeVaughn in here today.
We had to.
Thank you.
Sit down and share some of his gems. Talk about, what it's like to pivot, what it's like to change careers. He touched on having a family and support from your spouse and making sure that you're doing everything that you need to do for your family too, and thinking about your family. And then, Tiffany touched on just pivoting and trying new things and seeing if this is where the love is, and then coming back to it. So we want to thank DeVaughn for joining us today. This ain't gonna be his last
All
time.
right.
Thank y'all for having me. Thank y'all for having me. Thank y'all for having
Y'all
me.
drop some love below for DeVaughn. Tell us what you think. If you have any questions for him, leave them below. Don't forget to like, share, and join us. Subscribe.
Yes.
You know, we appreciate the subscribers. We're almost at 100 subscribers, and we feel great about that. You know, we're just a few episodes in, and we are very happy that you guys are enjoying the content. So if it's something that you want to talk about specifically, please drop it below. We'll have all of our social media on below so that you guys can get in touch with us or follow our journeys or inbox us. And, you know, if you need work, assistance, consulting, we all do those things for businesses. But tune into the next episode of Take Account of Podcast with myself, LaToya Dixon, and
Tiffany Wilson.
Thank y'all for joining us.
Thank you.